Hi, I'm Travis McMicken from the UTEP Kinesiology Department, and this is Mark Navarro, and together we will be demonstrating how to do exercises with these resistance bands, which you can purchase at any sporting goods store for less than $10 or up to $30, depending on the quality you get. And these are going to be exercises that you can do either in the comfort of your own home, or you could also do them in your office. Now, these resistance tubes come in different resistances, and these ones that I have right here, you can actually interchange the resistance by however many of these or which ones you put on. And also, when you're using the ones that are interchangeable, you want to make sure that you actually have the tube secure on here, otherwise injury can result. I'm going to take some of these off so that Mark can use them. And after I demonstrate some of the exercises, we will also show you how to do what's called supersets. And when we use these supersets, you will be able to do more exercises in a shorter period of time, so that while one muscle set is exercising, the other muscle set will be resting. The first exercises that we're going to demonstrate will be shoulder exercises. So, Mark, you'll sit down. Now this will be the shoulder overhead press, and this will work out the shoulder and the tricep as well. Now for this, you will sit on the chair and put the band underneath your buttocks and make sure that it is centered so that both sides are even. And then he will press the bands above his head. Now make sure that when you're doing these exercises that you are exhaling on the way up and inhaling on the way down. We'll do a few sets of these. Good. And these are the overhead presses. Okay, and then for another one, we will stand up, and this will also work out the shoulders, and it'll also work out the biceps. Now, Mark will stand in the middle of these. And another thing is you can change the resistance of these bands by either having your feet close together, or you could also spread them apart if you want more resistance. Now, for the overhead, or for the upright rows, Mark will pull the handles up to his chin. Now you don't have to go all the way up to your chin, but just try to get at least to the center of your chest. And when doing this, make sure that you're feeling the work right up here in the top of your shoulders. And you'll also feel it in your biceps. And these are upright rows. And again, make sure that you're exhaling on the way up. Okay, and another shoulder exercise we're going to do, and this is a single joint exercise, so you want to make sure that when you do this exercise, you want to decrease the weights. You are not going to be able to do as much weight as you were able to do with these multi-joint exercises. Now for the lateral raises, Mark will just raise his arms to the sides, and this will work the more center area of the shoulders. And again, make sure that you're exhaling on the way up and inhaling on the way down. And these are lateral raises. Now if you want to get the front of the deltoids, or the shoulders, you will raise to the front. Good. And also you can get the back of the shoulders by doing what are called bent over reverse flies. Now to do this, he will bend at the knees and at the waist, and he's going to make sure that he looks up, because if you look down, you might curve your back. You want to keep a straight back. And he's going to do the same movement. He's going to extend his shoulders out to the sides. There we go. You want to make sure that you're contracting right here in the middle of your back. And you'll feel it in your back and in your shoulders. If I were to put my finger right here, his shoulder blade should be able to pinch my fingers. Okay, stop. And those are all the shoulder exercises. Now the exercises I'm going to show you will be chest and tricep exercises. For a chest, we can do the chest press, and this will be done on the chair. So you'll sit down with the band behind the back of the chair. Now, it would probably be best if you sit on the edge of the chair, because if you sit all the way back, you won't get a good extension on here. Okay, and then now what he's going to do is he's going to press forward. And if you want to make it easier, it'd be best if you put the band underneath your forearm. That way the elbow's not getting in the way. And you just press them forward. And this will be working out the chest, and it's also working out the tricep. Good. And now to isolate just the tricep, we're going to take this from behind the chair, and Mark will sit on it again, make sure it's centered. And he will raise his hands above. Now make sure that, just like in the chest press, you have the handle on this side of your forearm. Otherwise, your arm will get in the way when you're doing the exercise. And actually, no, you want it in the back. There we go. There we go. So you want him in the back. And now, without moving his shoulder, he's just going to flex his elbow down and then bring it back up. And by just using your elbow and not using your shoulder, you will be isolating just the tricep. And again, you want to make sure that when you're doing the movement, you exhale on the way up and you inhale on the way down. These are tricep extensions, right? Thank you. All right, now we will move on to do back and bicep exercises. And these are the pulling exercises. So he will stand up again, and Mark will stand on the band. Now for this, you may want to actually spread your feet more. And it'll be easier if you actually cross the handles over. There we go. And just like when he's doing the reverse flies, you want to make sure that you're bent at the knees and at the hips and looking up so that you keep your back straight. And he's just going to pull towards his chest. There we go. And make sure that you're feeling the contraction right here in your back. And you'll also be working out your biceps as well. And these are called bent over rows. And exhale and inhale. Okay, good. And now, to isolate the front of the arm or the biceps, you can put your feet back together. And with an underhand grip, he will bend at the elbow and keep his shoulder firm, and he will just curl up towards his shoulders. And exhale on the way up, and inhale on the way down. Good. Now there's another variation you can do with this exercise. You can hold overhand, and then do the exact same movement. And you'll feel that this will actually hit other muscles in your forearms as well. Okay, good. Now these are all the upper body exercises that you can do with the resistance bands. Now, if you want to design a program to use these movements, what you can do is do, as I introduced earlier, supersets. Now to do a superset, what you'll do is you'll alternate pushing and pulling exercises. So we'll start with the pushing exercise, which will do the overhead press. So again, he will sit on the bands, and then do 10 reps of these. And again, make sure that you're exhaling on the way up and inhaling on the way down. Okay, good. And then after he does these, he's going to go into a pulling exercise. So now he will stand up again and stand on the tube. Spread his feet, and then bend over at the knees and the waist again, and look up, and he will start to do the bent over rows. Now notice that he is now doing a pulling exercise, and while he's doing this pulling exercise, the muscles that he was using to do the pushing exercise will be resting while he's doing these reps. Make sure you exhale, inhale. Always remember to breathe when you're doing these exercises. Okay, and then go back into the overhead press. And now while he's doing the overhead press, the back and bicep muscles will be resting so that he'll be ready to do his next set. So you can do these supersets like this and do as many sets as you want, and then you'll go into another set of 2 pulling or a pulling and a pushing exercise and alternate between those. And by using these supersets, you can save plenty of time and get more exercises within that set.